My bad, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be about health. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Get It Together. I'm your host, Taylor Saray. Now today we're going to be talking about something that can be a little bit of a touchy subject, especially for somebody like myself who has always wanted to lose weight, who's been unhappy with the way that they've looked before. This is a touchy subject because it's one of the main factors in a lot of people's lives that keep them from losing weight. And so today's subject is going to be emotional eating and stress eating. Now let me tell y'all, emotional eating had a stronghold on my life, okay? And it's still trying to creep back, but I've been able to tame it and I've been able to overcome it by utilizing a few things. But the number one thing I did first, baby, was put God first, because I needed to have all the faith in Him that He was going to allow me to be able to work it out and He was going to work it out for me. But what having faith allowed me to do was just to step out and be like, okay, what do I need to do first? First, I need to acknowledge the problem, and how am I going to find some solutions? So the very first solution that I have out of 3 for y'all is that I removed the roots of the problem as much as I could. Removing the roots of the problem should be the first thing that you do. Start trying to work on different aspects of the problem, trying to find solutions without acknowledging the problem is not going to help you, and it's going to allow the problem to keep coming back. So doing things like, oh, I'm just going to go on a diet, I'm just going to go on a cleanse, I'm just going to work out for a bit and lose some weight, and then that'll be that. That's not going to help you. That's not getting to the root of the problem. If the root of your problem is causing you to do something, not knocking at that root is going to keep that problem alive. So for me, the root of the problem meant it meant alleviating stress. So removing people from my life that were just not adding to it, who were adding stress, removing myself from different situations that were adding stress. And yes, it can be scary. Yes, it can be hard. I am not saying that it's easy at all, because I know it can be hard, but sometimes it's necessary. What I had to do to be able to remove those roots of the problems was put me first. Yes, I said put me first, put you first. It's okay to be selfish sometimes, especially if you're at a point where you're dealing with a problem that is something that you're literally struggling with to the point where it's a coping mechanism or a habit that you can't break. So removing that stress is really what allowed me to do better and be better and overcome this problem, and to not be completely scared that I'll never be able to break this habit. So that brings me into the second one. So once I removed the root of the problem, I was able to alleviate a lot of stress. So alleviating a lot of that stress alleviated a lot of the coping that I needed to do for that stress. So less stress means less emotional eating. Now, because of that habit that's already been established, it was still a habit for me to keep on eating and eating and eating throughout the day, even though I was eating less. So what I did was I changed my portions of food and I looked at what I was eating. So that's extremely important with this, and that helped me a lot. I didn't decide to go on some crazy diet. I didn't decide to stop eating the foods I liked. I kid y'all not, I lost so much weight while still eating everything that I love to eat. Like, y'all, I pretty much had a cookie almost every day. I mean, not like a tiny cookie, I mean like a big like chocolate chip cookie or something. You can ask my best friend. Like, I ate my desserts, I ate my full meals every day, and was still able to lose weight because I paid attention to what was going inside my body. So instead of calorie counting, what I did was I downloaded this app called My Plate, and no, this is not sponsored. It's just what helped me, but it's free. It's on Apple App Store, and I would just plug in foods that I was eating to see what was in it, and to see what was going into my body, and why different foods were making me feel weird and making me feel bloated. I know that can be the worst, especially when you stress eat. The bloating that comes afterwards is not the greatest. But by doing that, I was able to figure out which foods were best for me. So if I really, really liked something and it had a lot of good components, stuff that I need, like extra protein, things like that, I'm like, okay, let me go with that. Like, I'll eat more of that. And so that's what I did. So one of my favorite things is chicken parmesan. So for me, I know with carbs that takes a bit longer for your body to digest. So I was like, okay, so I'll lower the carbs. So I'll put a little bit less pasta and I'll put more chicken so I can get more protein. I can still enjoy my food. It's still chicken parmesan and I still feel full, but I don't feel bloated because I know what's going in my body. I know that it's good for me, and I know that I'm being able to enjoy something that I normally enjoy. Like, there's so many different things you could do that with, and that way you can still eat food that you like. You don't feel like you're restricting yourself. Like, for a lot of people, restricting yourself just makes you want to eat it more, and just makes you eat more. And that's what kept on happening to me, because I wasn't rewiring my relationship with food. I was just trying to restrict myself. So that's the second thing that made a huge difference in my eating and my relationship with food. And that leads into the third one, which is rewiring that relationship with food. Rewiring your relationship with food is what's going to allow you to not only overcome stress eating, but if you're trying to gain weight or lose weight, that's going to be one of the biggest factors in being able to do that, because your relationship with food is going to change a lot. So rewiring that relationship with food looks like allowing yourself to enjoy food, allowing yourself to acknowledge that you don't work for food, food works for you. Food is used to nourish your body. That's what we eat it for. It's okay for you to find comfort in eating food. It's okay for you to eat it and enjoy it. It's okay to eat the foods you like. It's okay to have that dessert that you want. It's okay. Just be mindful of what you're putting in your body and know what you're putting in your body. And you can do different things. So what I did, like I told you, I just changed the portions up a little bit, and I still enjoyed my food. And I didn't try and restrict myself. I literally had to sit down with myself and was like, okay, this is the problem. These are the solutions that I'm going to fix, and it's okay. It's okay that I'm a stress eater, because I'm not going to always be a stress eater. I'm working on this problem now, and regardless, I'm still going to eat at the end of the day, and the food's going to be good at the end of the day. And guess what? I'm going to conquer this stress eating, this emotional eating, because I've already knocked out the roots of my problem, so that's less for me to stress about. And I get to eat my favorite foods and feel good after it. Come on, y'all. Stop playing with me. Y'all know that at least one of these solutions is going to work for you, because if anything it does, it'll at least help you be more disciplined with your eating by making you show up and be real with yourself. Like, let's get real. Like, acknowledge that you have a problem, if you do, and work to find that solution. You've got this. Look, I had the last bit of hope for myself, but I decided to take a chance on me and do the work that was necessary. And y'all, now I eat what I want, and I still have fun, and I still enjoy my food, and I don't emotional eat. I don't stress eat as much. I mean, you know, sometimes things happen, but I was able to overcome it by taking a chance on myself and putting myself first. And I really hope that these solutions work for you guys. Let me know down below if you guys have any advice yourself, anything that works for you, things that don't work for you. Let me tell y'all something. We get real on the Get It Together. So if there's anything that doesn't work for you, share it with us. Like, we're all trying to find solutions. These are not set in stone. Things change. Things work better for other people that may not work for me, or that may not work for you. So let's help each other out. Put it down in the comments below. If you guys want to know more about me, my personal life, my journey, if y'all want to see it more visually, y'all can check me out on Instagram at taylorayers.me. I'll put it on the screen for you guys, and just follow me on there. Like, if y'all DM me, say, hey, I'm from the Get It Together, like, I'm coming on for you, I'm gonna follow you back. I got y'all, okay? But just, guys, we got this. You got this. It's okay to acknowledge that you have this problem. It's gonna be all right. And don't let other people pressure you. You're not on anybody else's timeline but your own. We got this. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming today. See y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.